Let's check out the mess, yeah? Let's go. What the hell is even that? Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Victor. I'm a full-time van lifer. Um, I make videos about van life and my adventures. So thanks for watching. If you're new, yeah, I'm Victor. If you want to see more video about van life topics or some of my adventure, like, subscribe, and then comment down below, I guess. Thanks for watching. You can go back to watching the rest of the video. Bye. G'day guys, how's it going? Today I want to talk about minimalism in van life. Is it like this topic is like minimalism, like how to deal with unwanted things in your van, like hogging into this, like, I don't know, like what's the word, like holding on to things, like unnecessary things, right? Like, I'll call it like, hey, minimalism or decluttering. So this topic is about some tips and tricks about like minimalism in van life, right? Like, in your van is super small and you want as little as possible. So this video I want to talk about that. Yeah? Let's see. Just before getting into van life, you live in your house, you got so much room, you can have so many things you want, things about your hobbies, things about all the necessities, yeah. So everything you need, in your house, you got so much room, right? So you have so much things. But then when it comes to van life, it's a totally different thing. So you gotta transition into van life, and all the things you can't have it in your car, in your van, right? Depending on the size of your van. So I want to talk about that. So let's start from before getting into van life, right? I call myself semi-minimalist, right? Like, I don't own many things, and for a very long time I try not to buy many things, or just have so much for just rubbish, right? But even if I want to do that, sometimes you just can't help it. Sometimes your hobby change, you start buying things. Sometimes it's just you need things. So this is when you live, sometimes you can't help, right? So what do you do? If you're a minimalist, right, that's a good start. Like, you have a bit of control over your things. But what do you do in in van life, right? You really have to drastically cut down on the things you can keep, right? Not only in your, I don't know, if you have a house, well, you just leave everything there, right? But if you're going full time, and then you really need to cut down because you're never gonna use them, so what you could do is just hold on to them for a period of time, and if you never have a use for them, you either sell it, donate it, get rid of it, right? The more you cut down, the easier it becomes. Yeah. If it's really important, keep them in a box. Have another look at it in a few, like a 10 months time. If it means something to you, keep it. If not, just get rid of it. All right, let's start with um, the things you need in your van, right? Cookware, kitchenware. You know, this is the kitchen area of your van, right? The things you need. Okay, these are the things you know. If you, when you live in your van, you start living, you start realizing there are some items that you 100% needed, right? Try not to complicate your kitchen stuff, right? You know, you have a limited space, so you really have to find the important stuff that you need, right? This, you know, basically, you know, cookwares, right? Things like that, right? You slowly start with the things you need, and then you just, as you go forward, right? You will know what you need, and the things are you can keep or get rid of, right? So there's stuff like definitely you need. This is like for kitchen stuff, right? Another thing I want to talk about is well, appliances again, right? Let's say, well, that was kitchenware, and this is I want to talk about every other things, right? Like some stuff like power bank, you know, is really like depending on your power system, right? A power bank is like almost necessary nowadays, right? Especially if you're living full time, right? Power banks, you know, if you have a small vacuum, if you have, you know, you need a electrical stuff, right? These things, you need these stuff. Depending on your lifestyle, you might have lots of electrical stuff, right? Um, when it comes with electrical stuff, you know, it can get messy, so you gotta really control on what the most important things you need to hold on to them, right? Do not buy a lot of stuff, because when it comes, you know, nowadays we live in a digital world. We never run out of things to buy digital stuff. You got a vacuum, you got digital clock, you got Wi-Fi, this and that. Look, it never ends, right? So you gotta have a control of on things you can have in your van. I have so much things. I do have a lot of use for this, especially electrical stuff, but I try really hard not to get the things I don't need, right? Another thing I want to talk about is sentimental stuff, items, right? Like the things you grow up with, the thing means so much to you. This could be like photo frame, could be it could be anything that takes space, right? And you know, when you move from your house to your car, there are so many sentimental, valuable stuff. You know, it sometimes is really important, and you need to have them, right? But you really have to cut down on those things. I have so much stuff that I really want to get rid of, right? But then I can't bring myself. So when it comes to things that means a lot to you, you can do two things. You can put them in a box and leave it with your family, relatives, if you're moving out full time in your van, right? Luckily for me, right, if I put things in a box and I don't see them, then I forget about them. Yeah, it means like it means nothing, right? It means to me, if I don't see things, right, and I put them in a box, put them away, and I don't look at them, I almost forget about them, right? It's like I know they do exist if I think about it, but I almost, you know, forget about those things, right? But if they were in front of me, right, they would mean so much things. Like it means, you know, brings up memories and all that stuff. But a good way for you to deal with this is, you know, if they really mean something, if you can make a space in your van, then bring it with you, right? But just put them in a box, put them away. If you don't go and take it out of that box, if you never have the need to do it, then that means you can't live without it, and you can just leave it there, right? Especially with like your family members in their house, relatives, whatever. You know, I have so many stuff in my sister's garage. There, I don't even know exactly what I have and what things I got rid of, but for me, if I don't see it, it doesn't exist. Okay, that's how simple it is for me. So sentimental stuff, try very hard not to bring them in your van. But if it really means a lot to you and you can make a space, just bring it. Why not? You know, at the end of the day, they mean something to you, right? And if you have them with you, it makes your van life easier, I guess, more enjoyable. So it's not the end of the world, right? All right, so the other thing I want to talk about is the things you have in your van have to have their dedicated spot, right? They have a place, right? Everything has their place, right? If they have a bed to go to sleep to at the end of the day, if they have a space to go to, then it's easier to manage, right? So the trick is everything has a bed, and at the end of the day, they go back to sleep, right? They go back where they belong. If you manage that, your van is going to be very tidy, very beautiful, right? So my van, not everything has a place to go to where they belong, but I try to keep it that way, right? So if everything has a spot to go to, then it's a lot manageable, right? And also, when you live in your van for a long time, you start building this organization skill, I guess, or like knowledge where they belong. So you know, slowly you learn where everything. Like you should encourage yourself to have a dedicated place for this stuff. You know where they're going. If it gets messy, they go there and it's tidy. So at least have a dedicated spot for it, right? So my van, not everything has a dedicated spot, but it's like almost 50-50, right? Sometimes I shuffle things here and there because they really don't have a dedicated spot. I shuffle them, right? So that is the problem. If everything has a spot, that means you use them and they have a use and they have a dedicated spot, right? But as soon as you have things that are extra and you just can't find a spot, so you shuffle them from here to there, and that could easily make the van life miserable for you, right? So for me, I'm like, things have a spot for where they belong, but then there's some stuff that gets a bit shuffled around, right? So today, I want to show you how bad it can get, not only if they don't have a spot, but even if they do, you know, van could get super messy quickly, right? So I want to show you how my van is right now, because I've been a bit, you know, unorganized, and it's been raining, and you know, the feeling is like a winter vibe. You feel a bit lazy, and then it gets out of hand. It becomes super messy. Yeah, I want to show you that, right? So I will do like a time lapse and clean it, and then I'll show you what do I mean, right? So let's check out inside the van, yeah? So this is inside the van. What the hell is even this mess? Look at it. All right, I'll leave the door open. So this is how it gets messy super quick. It's been a bit wintry, so I got a bit lazy and it get messy like this. So check it out. My laundry, my water, this stuff, bit of laundry, and this bed stuff. It gets really out of hand quickly. If they do have a dedicated spot, you can put them where they belong, and that's a lot easier. But there are some stuff here that they don't have a space dedicated to them, and that's what most of them causes this. But some things like my grocery stuff, um, they can be managed. So I'm just gonna do like a time lapse and clean up. All right. All right. So I did a bit of cleaning. Um, so this is usually how it looks. This is my TV. Behind this is my TV. So I just sit here usually. Oh, this is my bench. That's my power. Anyway, so it looks a bit tidy now. This bed usually looks like that. So um, yeah, it's a bit better now. So this is this box is here. Electrical, cooking stuff, a bit more cooking stuff, spices. Oh, this one here, hang my codes, hang my stuff, usually keys, first aid kits, things like that. So this is like sort of multi-purpose. So I use it for stuff. I also hang my codes. Yeah, it's not winter, but so my coat's gonna go away when winter is. Now it's spring. Just this week is a bit cold. Anyway, the stuff there. More cooking stuff here. A lot of other cooking stuff here. I'll just get my. Let me put you here. Get my camping stove. So I'm gonna make some chocolate, tea, whatever. Check this out. See this here? See that? It's like a wall, right? It goes like that. That's it. So I'm gonna. Oops. Can. I'm gonna make some hot chocolate. This is how I do it, yeah? I don't know how you guys do it, but add a bit of water, a bit of milk. You can add just water. Anyway, I'll start talking about stuff soon, but let me get this started. All right, so this lights is like a strip light. No, it's like I don't know. It's like like this, right? I got 3 of them from Aldi. So now inside here it looks a lot brighter, right? So I got 3 of them. They're on what do you call 240 volts plugged into the wall. So while we're here, just a quick update on the van build. So 3 of those lights are gone now, and now it's a lot brighter. I think I showed you guys here before about this. It's like a shelf now. So I put my, when I park, I put my stuff here. But this is like removable as well. I can. Oh, I want to see myself. Anyway, this is removable, right? It's like that. It goes past here, and then it has some stuff here. It's removable. That's the shelf, the light. What else? Oh yeah, if you didn't know, let me put this. Anyway, so this is like Aldi water, right? I buy this like 10 kilo, 10 liter water, and I made a frame, and I put it there, and I put a shock cord to hold it, and it has a tap. So that's my drinking water. So that's the update, the recent update, right? So let me make myself some chocolate. I'll be back. Is that too much? I don't know. I have to clean this later. All right. So look how convenient this thing is, right? That's it. That's pretty good, right? So let me finish cooking this. Let me show you the goodies. This is how I make my hot chocolate, right? Milk and stuff. I'll be back. Oh look, the chocolate is done. Check it out. That's it. All right, let me put this away. That's hot. It's hot. It's chocolate and it's hot. I don't know how to finish this video, but just to wrap things up, right? Your van is a small place and it can get messy really quickly, especially those days that you feel a bit down, and you're busy with life, and like, it can get messy. So the little you have in your van, the easier it is to keep your van nice and tidy. Or yeah, the less things you have, the the easier your van life gonna be, right? So if you can try to keep that under control, that would be awesome. As I said, as I mentioned a few tips, you can minimize it by so this thing goes off, and I need to see, anyway, the screen going up. Anyway, you can minimize by having start by, as I said, start by taking as little as possible with you, and then if you need something really bad, then you can just add to your van life items, right? For me, as I said, it worked really well by keeping them in a box, put them away. If I need something out of there, really, then I would take out of the boxes from my storage, from my The other thing is, have a dedicated place for everything you have. If you have a space and you can dedicate those space for your appliances, for your things, then you never have to worry about keeping things organized, because they all have their own space, and that way you can be on top of things. The I don't know if you guys have tips, comment down below if you have tips on how to tackle lack of space in van, right? So what I'm doing at the moment, you see this stuff here, these photos I put on just to cover this metal, white metal. So these photos are from my journeys, from adventures. Yeah, so as I was saying, some of these photos are from my adventures and stuff. Some of them are like, some of the photos are real, right? Like from my real adventures, like that one. And I use ChatGPT to turn them into like Studio Ghibli, and they come out like that. So I use them as a decoration. So right now, what I'm doing, double-sided tape, doing that. Yeah, this video is going a bit. There is no. This video is a bit all over the place, but I hope this video helped you. If it did, I don't know. I mean, that's good, right? If it didn't, or if you have tips, things like that, drop it down below. When I make videos, right, I make them spontaneously, and I don't have a script. So, and that's usually how you see me just keep talking, right? So yeah, my videos, I tend not to. I don't have a script, and I record as I go. So I don't know. The video is almost over. So if you stuck around so far, well, thanks for watching. Before you go, if you have any hint, tips, and tricks on how to tackle your van, lack of space in van, just drop it down below so others can learn. And I also want to know some tips and tricks so I can also implement in my van. Yes, like, subscribe, comment. I'm just going to keep talking until I finish this. So let me do this. Okay, so this is what I do. Double-sided tape. What's this one? Oh, okay. So this is my photo, and I use ChatGPT to turn into this one. Can you see? Yeah. So I like to. Some of my photo I put the real one, but sometimes I like to use ChatGPT to stylize it. I like the Studio Ghibli art design because I love watching them, but so I like the art style, so I turned into them. You can use ChatGPT and ask it. So yeah, you can ask ChatGPT to convert your real photo into that art style, and it turns out really well. They're not very level right now. They're not very level, but there you go. So this my plan is to turn. Oh no. So yeah, my plan is to turn all this white surface into wallpaper or wall art. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. That's it. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Probably I'll go on an adventure or something. I do make this van life tips and trick video. So and also make camping stuff, fishing stuff. So if you If you want to see more of my fishing videos, there are, like, have a look in my channel, you'll see them. I have a few tips and tricks video as well. So thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one.